Welcome back to Wayward Home, and today, man, we are back on my Let's Play world, and we are doing something different when it comes to this world today. And yeah, you see that we have all this right here that we've created so far. We are adding on to this in some sort of way that is kind of cool, but also very efficient when it comes down to it. So we have one big project we're trying to do in the 2025 and finish by the end of 2025, right before January 1st hits, and that's get 10,000 subscribers. Most of all, you would think that, like, what's the purpose right now? And when it comes to like 10,000 subscribers, what are you going to do for 10,000 subscribers? So I have a big plan, and right now we are building a gold farm. And you may be wondering, what does that have to do with 10,000 subscribers? We are trying to build a pyramid. So this pyramid is going to be made up of gold blocks, and every single subscriber is going to be on it. So if you subscribe, we will add a gold block to that pyramid, and it will only be finished if we get 10,000 subscribers. But first off, we have to build our gold farm right here on or in our mega build or mega base. And we're going to maybe build this gold castle, or no, gold pyramid, gold block pyramid right back here. Anyways, we're going to clear out this land right here to make room for these gold farms, because these gold farms are going to be absolutely massive. There's going to be maybe 8 of these total. And then we're going to also have to kind of put a little bit of structure around it, but that could be another episode to do, because we're going to have to place down the gold blocks for the pyramid and clear out the land for that. But let's get into the building and clearing out the land right here for the gold farm. And we have cleared out the land for hopefully this build, and it's hopefully enough room right now for that, because we maybe need to clear out a little bit more, maybe, I don't know for sure. We could have to clear out that part right there. I don't know right now, but it could be the big plan, maybe, I don't know for sure, because we have to make sure that we have enough space. So like 1 and then 1 2 1 2, so enough for a portal in the middle, and then 2 spaces for the water for them to spawn at, right on each side of the thing. So it would be like that. So 1 2, boom, 1 2, and then you have to do another one, which is 1 2, boom, 1 2, 1 2, boom, 1 2, 1 2, boom. So something like that when it comes down to it for these gold farms right here. And oh man, I'm kind of, so during that time I was more of thinking, like, what am I going to do? Where am I going to put this pyramid at? And I came up with this spot right here. I was like, this is an area where I was kind of feeling like it would be farmland. Then I ultimately came up with, oh, this can be like the castles, like village and stuff, all that kind of stuff down here. And then you have the big monument, like, you know how all places or kingdoms have like a monument or something in the middle of them, and it's just a big pillar to like tell of how good the village or kingdom is. So putting the pyramid right here, like a stone or stone brick foundation first, and then starting to build up the pyramid from there with the gold, would be absolutely pretty cool and insane overall. And then you have the little coast area right here that it goes down to right there, and we'll have like pathways and stuff that makes it look more like it's a kingdom and more of a castle, like connects down from the highest point, so like all the way up here and everything, to this lower area of the kingdom and everything. And I'm super excited about doing the front of the build at some point, because I still have to finish all of this first before I start doing any of that and any of that also. But as of right now, we're going to get right into the building of these gold farms right here, because we need to start getting worked on, because we want to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2025, and it's already August right now, and we only are at 1,050 right now. So let's get right into it. Right now, we kind of have the layout for the whole entire gold farm right now, and this is absolutely massive. Let's look at this from a far off place. Let's go over here. But this is the layout right now. We have a bunch of these. I've only done at most 4, which is insane. So this is going to be absolutely crazy laggy. Hopefully not too laggy, but enough where my game can hold it, because I want to have to do a backup before I even run this thing also, because we're going to go up a good bit, like maybe 5, no, not 5, 6. It's going to be like at least 7 up on each pillar. So it's going to be 7 tall, or 7 in between like the bottom and top layers. And then we're going to put the little redstone parts on there, because we have to have 4 spaces no matter what, because the redstone will push the piglins to spawn up on top of there, which would not be good for the whole entire build, and spawn rates either. But we'll have the little thing in the middle, the trench, where they will fall into, and the hoppers will pick all their stuff up and dispense in, kind of divide it between what is gold and what is not gold, and burn the stuff that's not gold, and put the stuff that is gold into chests and make them into blocks. And yeah, that's pretty simple. I'm literally watching one of my old tutorial videos for this, which is insane. So if y'all ever want a tutorial on this, go to Realm with the Bros episode 6, XP Generator. Literally absolutely amazing video when it comes down to it. It's pretty hard to like, it's a lot worse when it comes to like quality of video and how it's edited, but it's a very good tutorial on how to build this XP / gold farm. Now for this next part of the build, we are going to start digging out the trench. So we're going to put water right here, and then it's going to start flowing down this way. So we're going to dig one down and then start seeing how far the water flows, and then we'll dig another straight down until it gets to right here. And then we'll do that over and over again with every single one. And then we'll work on the next part when we get to that. And man, looking at these, it looks absolutely insane right now how much gold these are going to produce. What in the world? This is going to be absolutely insane with, oh man. Hopefully it does justice and gives me enough gold to at least make 1,000 blocks right now. And now we have the activation at the top finished. That took me a lot longer, or pretty long from what I expected. So like placing all these things down, placing down the little, I forgot these things, observers down, and then facing them both ways so it can activate the, or I don't know, I think it's just a glitch more than anything in Bedrock. But the lava ultimately makes the fire go crazy with that being right there. So, but now, I think the next thing I have to do is like get this part down first and create the chamber on where I'm going to like actually sit at to get all the gold, because I want to do all this redstone right here. So like one lever for that portion, one for that portion, one for that portion too. And if you're thinking like, why don't you just put it all connected to one lever? So that's kind of my plan right now. I want to start clearing out the land right here to go far down so I can create the little area for the gold to be collected at down there, because that's the killing chamber now we have to do. And we have our little first test that we're going to do right now. So we're going to flip this, and it works. So let's go see how far the piglins are dropping and see if they're dying, which they shouldn't be right now, and see how far it takes to make them die without hitting them, of course. Okay, that works now, so that's good. We're gonna go down, so they're not dying right now, it looks like. They're hitting this part. So, let's go down one right here. We're trying to maximize the amount of gold we get too from this drop. Okay, you can kind of see the vision right there, and they die right here instantly, and the gold gets dispensed into the little back part, and the rotten stuff gets dispensed into another part. We now have a good portion of the thing like dug out. We're still doing a little bit of things. Yeah, we have a lot of hoppers, everything right here. Insane. But we have this part right now, and we're kind of setting up for the little sorting part. But we have to do the little sorting system first, so the rotten flesh is not like clogging up the system, and all this gold is going to the specific places that we need it to go. And we are finally done with the gold farm. If you don't see all this right here, we have two separate cages right now, and technically the sorting system technically doesn't work right now just because we don't have the materials like all the rotten flesh to separate everything out. So like we're gonna run the farm to make sure we get all the rotten flesh we need for the separation of gold and little rotten flesh that we don't need at all. But we have this whole entire thing done. Let's look at it from up here. So look at this. Everything is perfectly good now, and we have everything set up to 2 lever system. So we have the front ones that are right here, and the back ones that go all the way to the very back. So the ones all the way on the far back, and then that row right there too. But let's go try this out down below. And we're here with the 2 levers that switch on the farm. First lever. Ooh. We still have to kind of cover everything up just to make sure everything's good. But we have the first lever on as of right now. Now let's turn on the second lever. The amount of gold that's going to be insane with this farm. So you see all these things going all at once right here, and all the piglins are spawning right here, all that kind of stuff spawning from these portals, being transported down all the way to the end right here, where they're ultimately falling and dying right there. And you can see that from right here, which is absolutely insane, absolutely crazy loud. But we're gonna have to grind this out if we're even going to get the 1,000 gold blocks for every single individual in this game, or who has subscribed at this point. So during that time, I want to AFK right here and also go clear out the land for the pyramid. I've been grinding out the gold for a little bit, and I've added a lot since I last talked to y'all, but this took me a good couple hours to do. But I did the sorting system with some automatic makers with crafters and stuff to make them into like gold bars at the bottom. So they're sending the gold bars down there, and all the other stuff. So like, what was it called? Leather, or not leather, but the rotten flesh goes straight into there, or into that bottom one right there, and sends it straight down into there. And there's a lot of that right there.
and I most likely will have to add a little bit more chests in a second for all this. But like, I've only left this on for maybe at most an hour and something, maybe not too long at all, and we have this much like rotten flesh already, but we haven't even looked at the gold bars yet, which is insane. So the gold ingots go into here, they get crafted in there, and they get sent down all the way to the bottom. So let's go look at that. Now that we're at the bottom, let's check how much gold is in these things. So like rotten flesh right here, but ooh, I have a totally different way on to get down here. Wait, I think at least. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's right over here. I forget. It's that one's like the little what is it called? Functionality part when it comes to like the redstone and everything. But you can barely hear all the stuff happening from down here. I could be far enough away where they're not spawning enough either, because I have like a little Q spot up there, or a little AFK spot. But let's look at this real quick. 64 and 14. That's insane for like a back end one right here. 64, 64, 14, 64, 61, 64, 41, 64, 64, 64, 64, 36. What in the world? 64, 53, 64. What in the world? Okay, like, and then these are the back ones right here, or like the other back ones that we have. Okay, none of that one, or that's just, yeah, that was just like a inventory chest. 60. That's insane. Look at how many we have right here, man. Like, we're literally going to make this pyramid in no time, man. Like and subscribe down below to be placed on the pyramid, man, because that's a big thing. You will only be added on if you subscribe. I'm going to add every single one of my subscriber count to the pyramid. So right now I have like 1,056 subscribers, so I'll add 1,056 gold blocks. So please subscribe down below, and let's get right back into what we're doing here today. So we have to clear out the land now, and also collect all the gold and get enough gold blocks to core 1,056 gold blocks. But let's go clear out the land for this build while we still AFK and get these ingredients and materials for this build. Also, I just kind of made those gold bars into gold blocks, and I calculated how many I have, excluding the ones that were not a full stack, and I had 320, man. And I think like the other stack had like 51 or something like that, so like 370, and that's only after an hour, man, of literally AFK. So like, that's insane. But the land that we're going to clear out is literally right here from what I talked about earlier on in the episode. We'll clear out this land right here and do a platform first, or make it flat too, and then start building on and making or putting all 1,000 of our subscribers so far down on to that pyramid to make the 10,000, or on the way to make the 10,000 subscriber pyramid.
Sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. If all the things you never show, there are the things I want to know. Secrets.
We have finally gotten the clearing out done. Well, it's been only like a couple seconds for y'all. I maybe at most 30 seconds. Like, this took at least 2 hours, maybe? I think 2 hours.
2-3 hours to do. So like, let's look at this right here, man. And that little rectangle right there is showing how big the pyramid needs to be. So we have that part, the dirt part right there, that is the full-on pyramid where the gold blocks are going to be. And then we're going to put the stone around that first, and then go 3 blocks up, and then boom, right there, and then start placing them on top of that little base right there. But this looks kind of insanely good, just having it right there. But I also have to kind of clear out the land, make everything like fit in and everything. But for right now, this looks insanely good when it comes down to it, because like we're gonna have to like do a huge village, or not really village, a town, because village would be kind of annoying, because that episode was like one of my least favorite when making, but like very popular when it came down to it. But we're gonna have to make like a wall, all that kind of stuff at some point, going all the way around. We're just adding on to what this city's going to be and what this kingdom's going to be overall, because let's look at it from up here, because like this is like the best perspective, or technically that point, but so hard to get on top of. But we have this whole entire area right here. We have the little docking area that we're going to build, and that's going to be connected from the bottom, and then we'll have like the little winding path all the way up through all the different biomes. I don't know about this part yet. I really don't know. We could do like a dragon's den or something like that right there. But like when we get this done, it's going to be insane how cool this is going to be, because like looking at the castle already, it's insanely cool as is. And right now we're just doing like the 10,000 subscriber pyramid, which is awesome to say that we're already building a community that's big enough to create a project like this on this Wayward Home world. But we have to do something right now. We're gonna have to start making this base real quick, and then we'll start placing down the gold blocks, or I have to like technically calculate them first real quick to see how many we have to place down right now. But let's get right into calculating or placing down the base. We got that done pretty quick. So we have the base done so far, and yeah, it doesn't look like it's much, but this pyramid is going to be absolutely humongous, man. Like, it's going to be insane. So like we have it 3 up and then 2, so like it's going to be the outer part right there, and then the gold on the next layer right there, if you think or know what I mean by that. But the next part we have to kind of do now is kind of collect all the gold, because we have to get 1,057 gold blocks. Yeah, 1,057 gold blocks to be able to build what we have right now. And I'll place down a sign on where we are at. And like after I get done with that, like it's not gonna be like, oh, I want to update it like off camera. No, I want to do this on shorts. I want to update it every single day on shorts on how many subscribers I get and how many gold blocks I'm going to add onto the thing. So right now we have all of this right here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 300 blocks right there, which is not much. But we need to collect 1,000 of these, and then we should be good to place them all down. Yay! But if you want to make me do more and place more gold blocks down, just subscribe and like down below, man. Literally just subscribe. And we have all our gold blocks ready as of right now. So right now I have grinded out for like maybe 3 hours total, 3 to 4 hours of just like sitting there AFKing underneath the gold farm. And we have 1,059 gold blocks. That's all 1,059 gold blocks right there for how many subscribers we have so far on our YouTube. And we're going to start placing them down right here, because now we're going to place down a gold block for every single individual right now that has already subscribed. And if you want to be part of this, please subscribe down below, man. But let's build this part of the pyramid with the 1,059 gold blocks we have right now. And we have the 1,059 gold blocks placed. And you're wondering, how does the pyramid look so far? With only 1,000 or 1/10 of the way done. And it looks like this. It's still a long ways off right now, but we can do that by the end of 2025 if y'all are willing to subscribe. But like, this is a crazy build, and it shows us like how much progress we're gonna make every single time we upgrade this thing. And this is the first time doing this. This is after reaching 1,000 subscribers right here. And this is 1,000 people all right here. 1,059 people that have subscribed to the channel so far. And each gold block represents how many subscribers there are, which is insanely cool and something that y'all can all be remembered by as one of these gold blocks right here. So yeah, look at this. This gold block right here, subscriber. This gold block right here, subscriber. Subscriber, 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 subscriber. And you can be one too. Actually, very insanely cool. And we have a little sign right here, 1,059 blocks total, or gold blocks right now, placed down, just to kind of tell me where I last left off on how many gold blocks we placed down. And then I'll add from right here on how many subscribers I get. And we'll be adding every single day to this, as long as I make a video, or technically a short, because we'll be adding a little bit onto this every single day as a short for the people that are tuning in to see how long we have come on this goal in 2025. But we're not done with the episode yet. We still have one big thing we have to do, or a little bit of a small thing. And that is kind of doing a little achievement thing for our 1,000 subscriber count right now. Because I haven't really done anything yet for the 1,000 subscriber count. I've been thinking about this for a while now, ever since being at like 500 to 700 subscribers. I was like, since I created this little thing right here, and it's absolutely beautiful, we have all these different people in here that just like contributed or commented down below that have been added onto this whole entire thing, which is actually so cool and everything. But we can add a 1,000 subscriber sign right here, and with the date and everything underneath of when we hit it. And I'll be putting the comments too from that 1,000 subscribers count, because like all those people that commented, like, I absolutely love y'all. Thank you for commenting down below, because that was something absolutely amazing. But let's build something for our 1,000 count right here in this cornfield that we have created. And we have a 1,000 subscriber little memorial here. All the people that commented: Chips Meme, Reptonic, XX Rec, Soap Productions, Jim Jom, Steve Gaming, YouTube, and all these people that commented on my 1,000 subscribers right after I hit it on one of those posts that I sent out. And these are all the people that commented on it. Absolutely wonderful time, man, right here on the One Spot One YouTube. But this was our little thing of the episode. So we have this right here. We have the pyramid that we're making right now. And we have one last thing we have to do of the episode. And that is the museum, man. Haha. We're right back here again after another episode on Wayward Home. And today, we had a big one today, celebrating our 1,000 subscriber count and our journey to 10,000 subscribers. Hopefully by the end of 2025 right now. And we're going to do our little remembrance of the episode right here. So I want to most definitely make like a little pyramid out of gold. And let's get right into it. So let's go. there we have it, man. Our little remembrance of the episode right here. This took a lot longer than you would expect when it came down to it. And, like, there's nothing much here. But we had the portals and stuff. We had the whole entire gold farm that we created. But, like, this is the main part that represents the whole entire episode. It's not as great as, like, other episodes and everything when it comes to, like, the remembrance of the episode. But we have this whole entire thing. This is a big project that we're going to do that is only going to be finished by y'all. It's literally just how many subscribers I can get, or how many of y'all subscribe, which is absolutely amazingly cool and something that y'all can be a part of, which is awesome. But anyways, this is our little remembrance of the episode 18. We've already came so far in our Wayward Home series from episode 1 all the way up to episode 18. Now we're trying to go for 10,000 subscribers after our 1,000 subscriber goal. But anyways, thank you again for watching this episode of Wayward Home, and it's been absolutely a blessing for y'all, or like for me to be a part of y'all's community and like have the support y'all have been giving me lately, because like y'all have been giving me so much even though I have done so little when it comes to like the YouTube atmosphere. But anyways, stay cool above the ice, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.